I'm going to read you a story, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. One day, a long time ago, Goldilocks went into the woods, where she found an empty house. She went inside and found bowls, chairs, and beds of all different sizes. Some were huge, some were small, and some were in the middle. Who could live in such a house? She was so curious. Goldilocks was trying out the bowls, chairs, and beds when the people who lived in the house came home. They weren't people, they were bears. Oh my. At first, Goldilocks was afraid, but the bears were very nice, and soon she and the bears became very good friends. Goldilocks had visited the bears many times, but today, for the very first time, the bears were coming to visit Goldilocks. Goldilocks spent a lot of time getting ready for the bears' visit. She took out a book for story time. She had made porridge for lunch, and she even got fluffy new pillows for nap time. There was a knock on the door. "Who's there?" Goldilocks asked. "It's Papa Bear and Mama Bear and Baby Bear." Goldilocks opened the door and hugged her friends. They looked the same as always. Papa Bear was still the biggest, Mama Bear was still medium-sized, and Baby Bear was still the smallest. "I have a book for story time," Goldilocks said as she held up her book. "Great! Where should we sit?" asked the bears. Goldilocks pointed to the three chairs. There was a big chair, a medium-sized chair, and a small chair. Who should get which chair? Papa Bear tried to sit in the small chair, but he couldn't fit. He was too big. Then he tried to sit in the medium chair, but he couldn't fit in that one either. He was still too big. Which chair would be right for Papa Bear? "Try this one," said Goldilocks, and she pointed to the biggest chair. Papa Bear sat down, and it was just right. Next, Mama Bear tried to sit in a small chair, but she couldn't fit. She was too big. So she tried the medium chair, and it was just right. Baby Bear hopped onto the little chair and said, "This chair is just right for me. I'm small, so I get the smallest chair. Mama Bear is medium, so she gets the medium-sized chair. And Papa Bear is big, so he gets the biggest chair." Goldilocks was very happy that her guests all had chairs that fit. She started reading them the story. When story time was over, Goldilocks told her friends that it was lunchtime, and she was excited because she had made their favorite porridge. Goldilocks went into the kitchen and brought out 3 steaming bowls. There was a big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a small bowl. Who should get which bowl? Baby Bear tried to pick up the big bowl, but he couldn't get his paws around it. He was too little. Then he tried to pick up the medium-sized bowl, but he couldn't get his paws around that one either. He was still too little. Which bowl would be just right for Baby Bear? "Try this one," said Goldilocks. She pointed to the smallest bowl. Baby Bear picked it up, and it fit in his paws perfectly. It was just right. Next, Mama Bear tried to pick up the big bowl, but it didn't fit in her paws. She was too little, so she tried the medium bowl, and it was just right. Papa Bear picked up the biggest bowl and said, "This bowl is just right for me. I'm big, so I get the biggest bowl. Mama Bear is medium, so she gets the medium-sized bowl. And Baby Bear is small, so he gets the smallest bowl." Goldilocks was very happy that her guests all had bowls that fit. They started eating lunch. When lunchtime was over, Goldilocks told her friends that it was nap time, and she was excited because she had fluffy new pillows. They all went into the bedroom, where there were 3 beds set up. There was a big bed, a medium-sized bed, and a small bed. Who should get which bed? This time, they didn't make any mistakes. Papa Bear was the biggest, so he got the biggest bed. Mama Bear was medium, so she got the medium-sized bed. And Baby Bear was small, so he got the smallest bed. All beds fit just right. Goldilocks and the three bears had a wonderful visit, and they continued to visit each other for years and years. They stayed the best of friends, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.